Hello and welcome to the 147th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
Jordan.
What's up?
Jordan.
What's up?
This is a podcast show thing.
It's an audio. It's an MP3, right? MP4, actually. I upload it.
Where do you upload it, though?
So, typically, all right,
on a normal
for
day.
147 weeks now. I've uploaded it to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS Feed. It's also YouTube with the video platform. Spotify also has that video platform. And as always, you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. There's also Instagram and TikTok. Maybe someday they'll be used again.
Technically, you've only uploaded 145 times because these last two haven't been uploaded yet.
Chris, fuck you.
This is how you end any debate.
Yeah, you know what's really
fuck you, actually.
You know what's actually really incredibly unfortunate? That was probably the first 60 seconds of audio for the podcast, which means we immediately just got unmonetizable. Because I said, fuck you, Chris.
I think that time period has gotten progressively shorter.
Has it?
Like, it was like, oh, well, it's the first minute, and now it's the first 30 seconds. Okay, now it's the first, 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, you basically just can't hit record and go, fuck!
So if you open your video with you just going, fuck! Never mind.
Went down the wrong
Never mind. I'm just gonna fucking... actually, we are ending the show. It's not a joke.
Chris, you want to know something that happened last night? Something a little chuckle-worthy.
Enlighten me.
So while I was at D&D, there was a point in the night where my sister really wanted Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, all right, I'll drive you, right? So I had the Yaris. Not that it matters, just both my cars are a two-door car, but I had the Yaris, and I'm like, all right, cool. My nephew wanted to go with me. He's never driven with me before, ever.
See, he'll go in the Yaris, but,
Certain elderly people won't.
Yeah.
Apparently it's too much for them. But he's never driven with me. So first of all, he starts following me. So I look at my brother and I'm like, are you allowing him to enter my vehicle? And my brother's like, yeah, whatever.
You're allowing him to enter my vehicle?
I'm making sure, because some people are really touchy about that. Like, my kid can't drive with anyone but the fucking school bus and me.
Cringe.
So I asked my brother, I'm like, is it fine if I drive him? Because if he says no, I'm not going to be like, oh, darn. I'm going to be like, well, that's what your dad said. Like,
Is what it is.
It is what it is, man. So, yeah, he's like, yeah, it's fine, right? So I wasn't thinking at first. It kind of hit me as we were walking in the car. I'm like, I don't think he's ever seen a coupe or a two-door, ever. So I didn't say anything at first. I got in, and I started the car just to, get it going while I was going to fucking move the seats so he could get in the back. And he just, he starts looking for the door handle. And he's like, how do I get in? And I said, oh, you have to crawl through the window or whatever. And he's like, what?
Like, all right.
He smashes my window like GTA and crawls in.
Time to get in.
But he's like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. You have to go through the seat. And, he just wasn't getting it. He's like, what?
Seat.
I'm like,
moves forward.
I'm like, check this out. So I go to my sister's seat on the passenger side, and there's a little lever, and I hit that, and the seat, flips forward. I'm like, see? Just go through. He's like, oh, okay. So he crawls in the back, and he's like, this is interesting. And then it hit me again as we were driving. I'm like, he's never been in a manual either. So I'm like, yeah, this is the first for you. You've been in a manual, and now you've been in a coupe for the first time ever. And it was just this look of bewilderment at, number one, coupe is what again? And also, what does manual mean?
So it basically means I play with my stick while I drive.
Basically, my right hand doesn't get a break while I drive, is what I'm saying. Just fucking... I'm telling you right now, though, our boss, I've said this, I hold true to this statement. He is afraid of the 104 horsepower. He's afraid.
So.
I think he sees the Yaris and he goes, that is a hot hatch.
That's a machine.
It's a hot hatch. I'm afraid of it.
That's a dangerous vehicle.
He's got his Honda Accord. He can't say Civic. If he hears you say Civic, he has a heart attack.
You got a Hellcat in that thing?
Yeah, dude, he's got his Accord with fucking his CVT transmission. Then he hears that one's a Manuel. He's not happy.
104.
Dude, he's nervous. 104. He's nervous about it.
Dude, that's pretty scary.
Dude, that's a lot of horses.
I haven't seen 104 horses ever.
Not in the same place, no.
No, I haven't.
That's how powerful.
The
that
most
Yaris.
horses I've ever seen in one place was at least maybe 10.
Yeah, maybe 10. Maybe a
12,
baker's dozen, perhaps. Like
Yeah, like I would maybe say 15.
yeah, but not 104.
Never 104.
Dude, wait till he finds out. Wait till he fucking finds out that the Cobalt is 156 of those motherfuckers.
Holy shit, dude.
And we ain't talking ponies, brother. We're talking Mustangs, brother.
Just full stallions under the hood.
Stallions, bro.
Fucking, I was gonna make a horse noise, and then I immediately realized, like, this is gonna be a terrible idea. I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, yeah, he's never seen that much power, that raw potential, like that right there. That's potential energy.
I just think, like, because there is a calculated figure of horsepower, and the reason they came up with it was like the amount of area a horse could plow in like a specific amount of time or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One, how did they do that conversion? And two, I don't believe that my Fiesta has the like equivalent power of 200 horses.
Nah,
I just don't think that's true.
I think that's just inherently false.
I think one horse could probably pull my car.
Yeah.
Like horses are tough, man.
Yeah, especially the right kind of horse, dude. Like, yeah.
They're big animals. Have you ever seen one of those like what are those fucking things? There's like big work horses. I forget what they're called, but their fucking hooves are like dinner plates.
Yeah. It's like fucking Bill's horse in Red Dead 2.
Yeah,
like one of those big fuckers.
The Shire horses, I believe is what they're called.
That is, yeah.
You ever seen one of those? You're telling me 200 of those
is equivalent to that little fucking thing?
Is coming out of my engine? 200 of those fucking things. Those things are like 2,000 actual pounds.
They weigh more than the Fiesta.
Like, I just don't think that's true.
I think Ford lied to you. I think it's inherently false.
I think whoever came up with the figure of horsepower is lying to me.
Yeah, I think so. What I really know it is though. All right, fine. Well, I'll stop joking now. It's not the 104 horsepower that's just. It's Spider Knob. It's definitely Spider Knob. Like that's what he's most afraid of.
Spider Knob is pretty intimidating.
I would be intimidated too. Like I can understand it.
It's just like some people aren't prepared for like a level of masculinity that high.
Honestly, yeah.
They get intimidated, you know.
Yeah, I mean Spider Knob. Like I said, I get it. Like you look him in his eyes, right? You're in fucking fourth gear. He's like real close to you. He's peeking at you. I can understand it, you know. He wiggles from time to time. You start the car and he fucking shakes like.
Oh, he gets a little excited.
Yeah, like I get it, you know. I get it. I could see why Spider Knob would be a slight intimidation. You know?
Spider Knob would have made when we got all the materials for the studio, it would have made that trip back better because originally I was like, no one is going to sit in the middle of this bench up front because when I shift, I'm going to fucking diddle your balls, basically. Yeah. And then Jordan had to sit there, and he was like, I feel like Spider Knob would have made that a lot funnier. So there's just like, I put it in fucking fourth, and Spider-Man's just right there.
He's sucking you off, bro. Yeah, honestly, though, hang on. Let's pull that back a second. Whoever said, let's design a third seat in the F-150, because there was a seatbelt, was there not?
Yeah, there's a lap belt.
A manual transmission with a big diddly stick.
Big old stick.
If Chris went into fourth just a little too aggressive, I was getting a dink off the nuts, bro.
Yeah,
I was getting a little bit of a dink. Like
I was gonna fucking punch him right in the dick.
Chris had to basically use his fingertips to like push it into fourth in order to not just get a handful of balls. like who thought that was a good idea?
That's
dude, clearly it's some sort of fucking CBT lower, dude. He's like, yeah, put me in the third seat.
They call that the girlfriend seat.
Oh, I get it. You need to twist on the way by.
You could shift into second gear and get to third base at the same time.
Hey, Chris, why are you always in fourth gear for some reason?
That's like some boomerism that I heard one time.
Really?
The girlfriend seat thing.
I feel like I've heard that too.
I think I heard about like some fucking 68-year-old man commented on a video one time.
You know, it'd be really funny. That seat is all fun and dandy until we're on the highway and I'm just like, oh, let me stretch my foot, and I kick the fucking thing into reverse.
Kick it out of gear.
Yeah, it's all fun and games till that happens. But yeah, I just don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Fools.
Like, yeah, I forgot about that because we had so many tiles. We had what, like 12 boxes of tiles?
So much fucking tile. Yes.
So much tile in that back little fucking half seat. Like, yeah, it was.
So it was like, okay, we got a pickup truck. It's easy. We need some drywall. We need some studs. We need some tile. How bad could it possibly be?
I will tell you right now, we are fucking useless.
Fair.
Us trying to load this truck in a way that
It took us
even
like a
makes
fucking
sense.
hour to
just-
put everything in there.
We're like, I feel like it all comes down to, right? All the experts, all the expert boomers, like your dad, my dad, right? What do? They just fucking do it. Us, we try to engineer it. We're like, well, the stud weighs this much weight, and like that might be too much centrifugal force when we take a turn. Like, just fucking put it in the truck. Just put it in the truck. We're like trying to see, like, okay, if we put the stud at this angle, will it punch a hole?
If we just put it there, the way we would do it would be like a fucking bad Tetris map. So like, or like a bad Tetris player. So like shit would be like falling out or like off the side. We'd have this like precarious like Dr. Seuss type contraption that we've set up, piling all this stuff on top of each other.
Yeah.
And
And the Grinch when he fills his fucking sack with all the
the expert boomers can just do it because they've done it so many times that they know how to put things together in a way that makes sense.
Right. Hey, was that the same day that as we were leaving the depot, that bitch cut us off?
Yeah, and we had no AC, so my windows were down. I said some not very nice things out the window.
Dude, not at all. Like nothing like heinous, but like, dude, if she heard, she was like, holy fuck, what the fuck did I just cut off? Like, yeah, go you fucking cunt.
I was like,
fuck me, I guess.
I was already really angry because I was like,
because we spent an hour loading the truck.
We spent an hour throwing all this dumb shit in the truck. And
it was like $200.
Now we had to fucking drive home. And I'm like, and then I get cut off. I'm like, you fucking bitch. I hate you. I hate you.
I remember that because, oh my God. Fucking break in, clutch in. Like, oh, now we got to fucking downshift.
Now it's a fucking event.
Yeah.
And I have to... Jesus, man.
Not everyone can just fucking hit the brake and stop. Like, there's a little more to it. Like, fuck. Yeah.
In conclusion, don't ever cut me off. Because one of these days, I'm just going to say fuck it and just not hit the brakes.
I think the accelerator, like, yeah. See how much damage I can really do.
You did this. I'm going to kill you. It's not going to kill me.
No. I'm sure the F-150's sound.
That fucking thing, it's like being inside a soft cloud,
Yeah. It's luxurious.
It's like being in a cloud that was put in a blender.
It's a cotton candy machine. It's just spinning your ass around. Making this fucking cloud. But, man, that was an event, though, getting all the stuff for the studio. It was really funny how we had Alex tag along for that, and then he disappeared for like a year. He just tagged along, he helped us unload it, and we were like, all right, bye, Alex. He just handed over lats for a year.
I'm fucking relaxing.
And look at us now, Chris. Look what we did with this studio.
Shit, I had it before. Check that shit out.
Bit of a fucking physicist over here.
Something like that.
All the audio listeners are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Chris basically put a fucking Sprite can on the corner.
Yeah, how the can like kind of contours down at the bottom. You can, if you have enough liquid in it, you can balance it on that little edge there. That's what I was doing.
That would have been way cooler if you just busted out like a 10-foot bendy straw and just give it a little sip.
Would I just have one of those?
You don't carry one?
Do you think I just have these fucking whimsical contraptions on my person?
I would imagine you'd be prepared, Chris. We talked about this.
I have like
You're the prepared guy.
I have like a fucking Dr. Seuss contraption. We're bringing it back.
Yep.
Dr. Seuss.
Yep.
I have like the Dringa Hinga Dunga Donga or whatever the fuck he would talk about.
That guy was stoned out of his fucking mind.
He was
something.
Definitely something.
Yeah,
he's definitely
dead,
something.
Right?
Very dead.
Very dead.
You know what's cool about Dr. Seuss?
We're going to our fat segment.
We're going to some factoids with Chris today. Again, fun thing about Dr. Seuss. He, his wife was dying of cancer, and instead of being there with her, he was fucking some other woman, and she died. And he just left her to die. He was not a good guy. He's also like racist or something.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Like it was.
Wasn't that just of the time though?
It was time period. Like it's still racism though.
I feel like though, if you pick anyone from like that time period, you could be like, oh yeah, they're slightly racist,
Fair.
Right.
Because everyone.
He might have just been an extreme racist.
He just wrote down his racism.
Oh, so
I
he
think
made
that's
a
kind
show
of
of
a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like us, Chris. Like I know you're extremely racist, but you don't show it on the podcast.
Yeah, like I just every time the second the camera cuts off, like I can't stop saying racist things.
Yeah, it's dude. Sometimes I take him to the Chinese buffet that day to fucking workshop some ideas. Dude, was not a good mix. Like, was not good.
I'm not racist. It's a joke.
I would say that of the people we know, you, me, and Alex are like some of the least racist.
Who's the most racist?
You know exactly who. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna fucking put him on blast. You know exactly who it is.
Moving on. You know what I've been doing?
I don't actually. I have not been watching you. Not this time anyway. That was in the previous. Yeah.
I'm playing Fallout 4
That's kind of hot on Steam Deck or on your PC.
on PC.
PC. How's that been going?
Pretty
Mods.
good. Did you say it was hot when I said?
Oh yes, that's hot. Yeah.
It's hot.
Ah, that's hot.
Fucking you smell with.
Fallout 4. All right. All those Fallout fans that are like, it's not my fault. Fuck you. It's a good game. I like it.
Honestly, yeah. Perish.
Wasn't it like Bethesda's last good game? Sorry, last good RPG. Because what came out after Fallout? Was it 76?
Yeah, 76.
Yeah, it was the last good RPG. Like it was a good time. It was fun.
I
enjoyed it.
I'm not a Fallout fan, so I can understand like maybe who played 3, or you played like played
New
like
Vegas
3 in New
and
Vegas,
OGs.
and you're like, this isn't like 3 in New Vegas. This is a departure. But like I'm just a guy playing the game, and I think it's a good time.
Yeah. So how's that been going though?
Okay, so I have some lore I had to talk about.
Some lore. Okay.
So
Buckling in.
Fallout 4 came out like fucking 10 years ago, so
Somehow. Yeah.
It came out when I was in fucking 8th grade, dude.
That's
Or
ridiculous.
slightly after. Like I remember I was on my 8th grade like Washington D.C. trip when it got announced.
That's crazy to think.
Or when
about.
like the release date got announced.
That's wild.
Anyway, Fallout 4, this is I say that the game's old as shit because I am going to spoil it. You should have played it by now. If you want to know what's going to happen.
And if you haven't clicked off already, like you're doing this to yourself. Like
Honestly, yeah.
You are so forewarned it's not even funny.
So, basically at the very beginning of the game,
Your son.
you get frozen. So basically like you start before the Great War, before the bombs were dropped. And a vault tech rep comes to your house. It's like, hey, you got a spot in the fucking vault. And you're like, cool, dude.
I'm going to live forever.
I'm going to go to the vault. And then you go to the vault because the second you get your spot in the vault, the fucking bomb gets dropped. And so you go to the vault, and then you get cryogenically frozen for 210 years.
Is that how long it is? Yeah, 210 years.
Yeah, because it's 2077 at the beginning of the game. And when you look at your Pip-Boy, it's 2287. 210 years. So you get cryogenically frozen, but in this time you get woken up and your son gets stolen. You have a baby, and he gets stolen.
The forest.
And the fucking guy, the guy who steals the baby, shoots your wife in the head, or your husband if you play as the female character. You can switch, but I'm a boy, so I play as a boy character.
Did you make your name Chris, by the way, so they can all acknowledge you?
No. So there's lore here.
Okay.
So I tried to make my custom characters all really fucked up looking.
Right.
So I gave him a big ass chin,
The crimson chin.
super prominent like brow ridge, so he looks like a fucking caveman, and big ass ears. I gave him, he's bald on top with just hair on the sides.
Not that old man bald.
Yeah, and I gave him every single facial like blemish that you can give him. So he just looks fucked up. So I'm like, what am I gonna call this
I feel
guy?
like you have to send me a fucking photo of him.
I have the screenshots of it.
I have to. Is it in the Discord?
No, it's in like my personal one. I'll
send it to me so I can throw it up.
Here, I'll show you now, so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. And Jordan, you can put this on screen when I send these to you.
Fucking live reaction.
So here's before I added anything.
Yep, just basic Oonga Boonga. Oh my god! Oh my god! He looks like he has road rash on his face.
And then this is him in the cryo vault.
Fuck.
And then This is him. This was like a screenshot I took not that long ago.
What the fuck? What are his proportions?
He's got a gas mask on, and he never takes it off because his face looks so fucked up. That's the lore. And what I'm kind of going with here is he's just a nice, agreeable guy, and then all of a sudden cryogenically frozen. Kid gets taken, wife gets shot, and he just fucking snaps a little bit. And I just wanted to make him like evil, but not like just so overtly evil. Just kill everyone
Not for the
without
sake
questions.
of being evil, yeah.
So like he kills people. He kills people very discriminately.
Yeah.
So like raiders, obviously they're hostile, so you have to kill them.
Comes with the territory.
Some innocent people get shot. It happens.
Are there any sort of patterns to these innocent people who get shot?
Not necessarily. Like it's like if I don't like the cut of your jib, like there was
His
one
hat's
guy.
a little crooked.
Like there's an imposter. So like you meet Preston Garvey, who's the leader of the Minutemen.
Right.
And there's an imposter Preston Garvey.
Oh shit.
He shows up. He's like, "Hi, I'm Preston Garvey with the Minutemen." You're like, "No, dude, I know Preston. He's my boy."
Right.
You are not him. And he's like, "Oh shit, I've been made." And he runs away, and I shot him in the back.
Shit.
So I'm like, this needs more layers, right? This
Layers
needs
to
more
this
layers. So I've come up with this because I named him after I created him. I named him Atrocity because he looks like an atrocity. But I'm making it now canon that was a name that he chose after the war, or he was given that name in some fashion.
Yeah, it's like a nickname he adopted as his actual name.
So I don't know what his actual name is, but that's what he calls himself, is Atrocity.
His actual name is Atrocitus.
So I was like, okay, now there needs to be even more layers. You know what you can do? You can just buy a perk and fucking eat people. You can get a cannibalism perk.
Oh my god, I
So
forgot about
I got that, and here's the thing. You find the guy who stole your son, this guy Kellogg. You track him down, you're like, "You took my son. You tell me where he is." He goes, "Oh, he went to the fucking institute." And you're like, "Okay, now you're gonna die." And it was like, I just got that perk. I'm like, fuck this guy. And I ate him after I killed him.
That's fucking awesome.
So I kill people, and then I'm very discriminate in who I eat. Mm-hmm. If there's a particularly nasty enemy, I'll just fucking eat them.
Right.
But like a regular raider, I'm not gonna waste my time.
He's a basic bitch, yeah.
Exactly. Like, oh, generic raider, fucking dead.
On my way.
I'm not gonna eat you. Leader of the raiders.
I'm gonna eat him.
Oh well, I'm going through this compound. I'm getting all their loot, and oh, here's the big bad, the leader, and he's got a name. Shoot him and then eat him.
Yeah. Make sure he can't come back.
He kills and eats people. Atrocity. He does that.
I'm starting to like this guy.
And I found a bunch of pistols at the beginning of the game. Like I kept finding pistols, so I put a ton of points into like pistol. There's a pistol
proficiency or whatever.
Yeah, there's like some pistol skill that's like you can get really early on, and you can level it up. So I've leveled it up to like the 3rd level, so I do plus like 80% damage.
Jesus.
So I have this revolver. I have a 45 revolver with a big-ass bayonet on it. It's got a long barrel, big-ass bayonet, which is essentially just a Bowie knife taped to the barrel.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it does like fucking 90 damage or something ridiculous like that.
Jesus Christ.
So I just walk around. Oh, and it's a legendary that I found. So it has a perk where it does plus 50% damage to humans.
Oh my god. So you're looking at plus 130%.
Oh yeah, so I'm a demon.
On a human. Goddamn.
I'm a demon. I walk into raider camps with this gun, and I just go, dead, dead, dead. And I get to walk around and one-shot people.
That's fucking crazy.
So I'm trying to build this mythos of like, holy shit, this guy emerges from a vault, which is like insane already.
Right. He's already something's up with this guy.
Something's already like, something's weird, right? He's from before the war, but he's not a ghoul. What's going on? He's a normal dude. Maybe not so normal. He shot an innocent man in the back and then ate his corpse.
Happens.
It happens.
Happens.
You know?
He was hungry. He was in the vault.
So that's kind of the mythos I'm building up. And at the end of the game, or when you actually get to the Institute, you find out
Your son's old as fuck.
that your son is old.
He's older than you.
Yeah, he's like 60 years old or something.
Yeah.
And he is now the leader of the Institute. But what I'm conceptualizing is this. This character, like, you knew that I escaped the vault, right? And I was looking for you specifically.
And you remained in hiding.
And you remained in hiding and made me kill my way across the wasteland. And I became a fucking actual monster because of your inaction. Mm-hmm. So when I walk into the Institute, I'm going to wipe the fucking floor with everyone in there.
Yeah, and then eat them.
I'm going to walk in, I'm going to fucking shoot him in the head and immediately eat him. I'm going to start shooting synths. I don't care.
Atrocity's going to be like, you're going to eat the sun and go, you're with me now.
Atrocity's going to show people why he's called Atrocity. Like, there's going to be an event in the history books about this.
Dude, fuck the war. That was nothing.
Like, I've been chronicling this in my head. There's Atrocity's raid on the Institute is a future upcoming event. But there was one I did yesterday, which what was it was like a weapons stockpile, like some armory that you can get to. And I just called this like the Atrocity raid on this fucking stockpile. I walked in, I was just gunning people down. I found armor for my dog.
Oh my god.
Because I don't travel with a companion, because the companions don't like it when you eat people. But the dog doesn't give a shit.
Dog's like, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, you're like, you fucking eat a human being, and the dog's like, just looking at you with his dumbass dog eyes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I found armor for the dog. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got doggles. And I blew the dog's head off, and I took his fucking armor and I put it on my dog.
Imagine you go to like Petco and they have like a model dog wearing like a harness you want. You go, that thing's sick, and you shoot the dog and take the harness. You fucking loot it.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Fucking Christ.
I did that. I did a lot of shooting. I did a lot of killing. And I'm like, okay, it's time that I fucking do something about the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh yeah, this is the fucking suited armor guys,
those
right?
guys too. Yeah, you meet Paladin Dance like immediately, and he's got power armor.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? These guys gotta go, because I never started the actual quest. Like, because you can basically you answer the fucking call, like you tune your radio to the frequency, you go to the police station, and you're like, oh shit, there's ghouls here. You shoot the ghouls, and Paladin Dance is like, hey, you want to join the Brotherhood?
Yeah, no.
And you're like, no, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, you can leave then. I'm like, okay, bet. I'll be back though.
Just check out what Atrocity has in store for you.
So last night, I went back. I'm like, I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna take care of the Brotherhood. At least this arm of the Brotherhood, because there's still the Predwin, which is like the big airship they have. There's still that.
Right. You can go up there and just fuck shit up there too, can't you?
I believe you can, but I don't think you can officially kill anyone until you do. I think there's a mission you do with the railroad where you can do that.
Yeah, that might be what it is. Yeah.
So I roll in I roll into the police station and I go, I got this. I pull a fat man out of my inventory and I fucking shoot a mini nuke at him. So like basically what happened, there's a person that's injured and there's a person working on the injured person. So the person who's working like fucking patching up the injured guy, I shoot her in the head, paint the wall with their fucking brains immediately. Paladin Dance like, what is wrong with you? And he starts shooting you. And I just fucking launched a nuclear bomb at him. So
how's your power armor now, bitch?
I launched a nuclear bomb at him. It did like destroyed 90% of his health, and then I shot him in the head. And then I looted everything that was in there, because I'm a scrapper.
Bit of a loot goblin. Yeah.
I am. So when there's a moment where like, oh well, you gotta help me and my family, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll help you out, but what can I steal?
What the fucking Skyrim bucket trick?
What can I steal? So I'll walk around, and I'll just start fucking taking things. I have screws tagged, so like any item that has screws that I can scrap for screws, I get that because you can make a bunch of gun mods with screws. And screws are, like, somewhat rare. So, like, oh, shit, desk fan, take that. Toy car, take that. I walked in, I just started stealing all their kids' toys. Give me this shit. So I just have, like, toy cars and all this shit that I took. Hey, I'm going to help you out, but...
I'm taking everything to your name.
Yeah, everything belongs to me.
Including that child.
There's another side quest you do where... before the war, there was a series of radio plays for, about this superhero called the Silver Shroud. And they were going to shoot a movie, and then the world got nuked.
Yep.
So there was a ghoul that you meet in Good Neighbor who is really into the Silver Shroud, and he listened before the war and whatever. And he's like, they were shooting the movie. You got to go to the comic store and get the suit. I want the suit. And then he said, I'm bringing the Silver Shroud back, but you have to be the Silver Shroud. Because I'm no good.
Yeah,
I'm just a radio guy.
Yeah,
you're the fucking guy who eats people. So he gives you, like, calling cards. So when you kill, like, bad guys, you put the calling card on. So the first guy you get is, like, it's like this guy, this guy killed innocent people, or, like, there was another guy who would, like, sell drugs to kids.
What the fuck?
It was like, this, get this guy. Every single one. Only the target that I would have to kill, only that target would get eaten. That was my calling card.
Yeah.
So that you know that the Silver Shroud is Atrocity,
Yep.
And it's always fun when it's like, when raiders will watch you eat someone and be like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you. I feel like even if you're trying to actively kill someone and you watch them kill and eat one of your friends, you have to be like, you know what, never mind.
I hope you enjoyed Jim Bob over there.
Yeah, I think we're going to take off, I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been playing Fallout a lot.
Yeah. It sounds like a good time, actually. You kind of gave me a little bit of an itch to want to
It's a lot more fun when you apply your own story to the game as well.
Even, yeah.
So, like...
I could see that.
Like, I understand that my character has his motivations, but, like...
You don't.
I have my motivations. So...
Yeah.
I want to make this guy evil. But evil in the same way as, like... Evil in the same way as, like, Kratos was evil in the original God of War games, where he was, like, he just fucking killed everyone indiscriminately in the most brutal way possible. Right. And then at the end, he's like, in the new games, he's like, man, I was a fucking asshole. I gotta not kill people so much.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of that, where, like, the Institute is my fucking Olympus. I'm gonna level the place.
Yeah, and then think about it after.
And then he's gonna have a moment where he's like, yeah, it was kind of fucked up. I killed and ate my own son.
And then you should have him commit suicide at the end.
And then I think what is gonna happen, he's gonna go to this is a good ending right here. Because there's a plastic surgeon in Diamond City. He's going to go to the plastic surgeon. He's going to get his face fixed. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to finally take off the mask and, like, throw it away. Yeah. So he get rid of the mask.
It's Green Goblin ditching his mask. Yeah.
So at the end, he finally decides, like, you know what? I've done bad things, but now I'm a changed man. And then he doesn't eat people anymore.
Yep.
He's a good guy. He hangs out with the Minutemen,
There you go. He goes back to the fucking Brotherhood of Steel. Is like, anyone left?
He goes back to the Brotherhood of Steel and just he pulls out the gun, starts sucking bullets out of people. He just goes... he fucking gets his mini nuke back. Paladin dances like, how did you do that? And he goes...
I'm sorry.
My bad.
My bad, G.
My bad, man.
My bad, G.
It also doesn't help, though, that in Fallout 4, the responses, like... for answering questions fucking suck. Like, they give you, like, a positive answer, a negative answer, and then you have, like, sarcastic.
Yeah.
Which is, like, and they don't tell you what those options are. So, positive would be like, yeah, I would love to do that. I'm a jolly fucking whippersnapper guy. And then the negative response is like, I will fucking kill you. I will kill you. How about that?
Yeah.
And sarcastic is, I will fucking kill you. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So I have to be nice to people because I want to do the quest, but I want to make it seem like I'm not particularly interested in their quest.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, that is a big problem with a lot of those games, like even the newer Assassin's Creed. It's like, I will happily follow your orders, or like, I will fucking kill you if you ask me to do this again.
Yeah.
I will slaughter your bloodline and eat you.
I will do this happily because we're best friends. And then the other option's like, you son of a bitch, you goddamn fucker.
You goddamn fucker.
I'm getting ready to beat your fucking ass right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's making me want to play Fallout 4 again, though.
It's a good time. Yeah. It's a good time. You know what Fallout 4 doesn't have that people were upset about, now that I'm thinking about it?
What?
That I found very fucking annoying about Fallout New Vegas is what you were wearing, like armor-wise and whatever, would affect
how people look
how people would interact with you. So, like, if you had
Raider gear, you got fucking shot at.
If you had, like, NCR armor on,
yeah,
certain people would treat you as if you were NCR. Or if you had, like, Raider armor on, the NCR would just aggro on you.
Dude.
Which, this is the best armor that I have. I'm going to put it on. That's my logic. And that part always annoyed the shit out of me. Because I would get into gunfights with people because I was wearing the wrong armor.
I feel like on a higher difficulty, like if someone really wants the hardest experience, that should have been a setting. But dude,
like that's like a survival mode.
Yeah, but dude, I fucking did a side quest. I don't like reloading saves in a lot of games. I like just committing to my choices. But when I last played New Vegas, I had to reload a save because I walked up. I did a side quest for NCR. I fucking left their base. I went to I think the Vegas Strip and did something, but I had Raider armor on. I came back. I'm like, let me just hand in this quest. I'm walking up, and then I just start getting sniped. Like, they just unleashed hell on me. And I took the armor off thinking they'd be like, oh, it's the guy. No. They just kept laying into me. I had to just reload the save.
I think that would be nice, for, like, a challenge. Like, in Hitman, they have, like, the Master Assassin challenge or whatever, where you can't get blood or anything on the costume that you're wearing.
Exactly,
or on the disguise that you're wearing. Which is fucking irritating. Because that game's all about killing. You gotta kill people. And killing people... They tend to bleed when they are killed.
unless you're using the garrote or whatever the fuck. Yeah, they pretty much bleed. Yeah.
And
you throw a kitchen knife at this guy and you're like,
fuck, the outfit's rude, which is fucking irritating. Which is why I don't play the game with that on.
But for those who want the simulation,
but those who want the challenge, the simulation aspect, sure. I just found that profoundly annoying
and
when I played New Vegas. And it was like one of the main reasons I didn't stick with playing New Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, I would play it.
It's a little
fuck
brutal.
You. I don't want to fucking play this anymore.
I forgot about that, and I remember how pissed I was when I just walked up like, hey guys, I did that quest you asked, and then they just fucking unloaded hell on me.
Because I know immediately, like, I'm going to go, I got to turn this in, and forget to take my armor off.
God forbid you have Raider goggles on, you get fucking blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have, like, one Raider chest piece on, and the NCR's like,
wait a minute.
Hey, hang on. That's the guy that's been helping us. Fucking kill him immediately. End his life.
And then they fucking blow your ass up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
So that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But on Fallout 4, fun game.
It is a fun game, yeah.
And I haven't played all the DLCs. Like, even the last time I played it, I have all the expansions, and I never really played all of them. I played, like, part of Far Harbor, and I played, like, part of a little bit of Nuka World, and, like, maybe a little bit of Automaton. But I want to play all of them in this run.
It's also cool that the game is in Boston as well.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Which is, like, honestly, like, in some areas, it's just a simulation of modern-day Boston. Like, you walk through, there's, like, super mutant camps everywhere.
Yeah.
You're getting...
Mini nukes just lying on the
ground.
Mini
nukes fucking being set off. Cars exploding. Machine gun fire.
The fucking... What are the big fuckers?
Super mutants.
No, not the, like, humanoid ones, but the ones that are... they're, like, actual monsters.
Oh, Death Claws?
Death Claws, yep.
Death Claws around. Like, it's... Yeah, it's pretty much I don't know if you've been to Boston, but it's like pretty accurate actually.
In my experience, yeah, like that's what PAX East looked like, to be honest.
That's what PAX East. You had to go through a super mutant camp.
Yeah.
You were like walking past blood bags.
Dude, I didn't even tell you about how I fucked up. I straight up walked in though. I walked in with Raider gear on, bro. They started shooting the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I took like so many shots just.
I went into the aquarium. Jesus, man. Raiders took over, and then the Brotherhood showed up. A vertibird was flying overhead and started dropping mini nukes down.
Yep. And then some dude in power armor came up and ripped a Raider in half and threw him in the fucking fish tank. Like, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah. Now that I've actually taken care of Paladin Dance, the Brotherhood automatically aggroes on me, which is somewhat irritating.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Because there are vertibirds fucking everywhere. After the Pridwin comes in, these things just spawn everywhere you are.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm just trying to exist, and all of a sudden I'm getting shot with a minigun from a fucking helicopter. Me. And this fucking thing's flying over. I'm shooting it with a revolver.
You just reminded me of the fucking Atomic Heart and how mad that game made me with its fucking cameras that would see you and then make everything aggro you, because you would just be walking and there'd be this little fucking camera hidden behind a bush and it would just start beeping and then every enemy in a fucking 30-mile radius would just teleport to you. God, I fucking hated that. Oh my! And then after them you would kill them and these other little fucking enemies would come in, these little fucking drones, and they would heal all the enemies you killed. So if you didn't take care of them right away, you would just keep killing the same fucking enemies.
That's irritating.
You know, Atomic Heart actually fell to some controversy recently.
Really? Did they take out the 25-minute long, very explicit sex scene with the robots?
No.
Oh, good. I was looking forward to playing that. It's like interactive and everything. It's like the hot coffee mod from San Andreas.
Yeah. Apparently that was in GTA 5 somewhere as well.
Oh.
But it was way less discovered.
Well, technically it wasn't a mod for San Andreas. It was just a mod that unlocked that because it was already in the game.
Yeah. So, it's the first game I know of, and it seems to be the first game to have done this, that detects when you're playing on Steam Deck and disables all the graphics options that they don't want you to use. They just don't let you use it like it's a PC. So instead of being able, even though it's dead verified, and like, for example, Cyberpunk 2077 has a preset called Steam Deck that, believe it or not, when you're playing on Steam Deck, it goes, oh, you're playing on a Steam Deck. Let's set your graphics to Steam Deck. Instead of doing that, the developers, Mundfish, were like, hey, I know that most Steam Deck users pride themselves in the fact that like this device is so open and free. We're going to lock it. So now you don't have a graphics options as if you're playing on like PS4, basically.
There's probably some wizardry you can do to prevent the game from getting an accurate thumbprint.
I'm sure.
Because basically what it does is it's fingerprinting your settings. Like it skims that off the top and you can spoof that pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you shouldn't fucking have to for a $70 game.
Oh, no, I agree. I'm just saying you can do this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to, though.
It's fucking stupid. So, like, I'm kind of upset because
it's like I can not pay my taxes. But I shouldn't have to pay my taxes. I have paid my taxes. I have paid them. I was winking at the camera.
All the audio listeners were like, why did he just like pause in between saying he paid them? What am I missing? Switch over to Spotify and you'll see, bitch. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not...
We have a video platform on YouTube and Spotify.
So, here's where I'm upset about it.
I'm feeling weird today.
I can tell you, goofy.
I'm feeling weird. I wasn't feeling good this morning, and I wasn't feeling good like when you showed up, but now I'm feling better. You know?
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I am glad for that. But,
not because you're here, actually.
No, I made it worse, yes. What I don't like, though, personally, is like, all right, so the beauty of PC is you can pick and choose your settings individually. So like with Spider-Man PS5, right?
I feel like this is every gaming-based podcast from like 2014.
Pretty much,
like before everyone switched to PC. And it was like, well, the beauty of PC gaming, it's objectively better and more free.
But, so if I'm playing Spider-Man on PS5 and I want 60 frames per second, I have to disable certain settings. I have to do certain things. It does it automatically.
Right.
But... say I'm playing something like, I don't know, the new Hitman games, right? Mm-hmm. They're fairly open-ended, open world, quote-unquote, but they're not massive.
Right.
So, for example, I can maybe crank down the view distance to save on some performance and keep everything else where it's at. And that can help in certain areas. But now you're basically taking a developer and they're telling you, nope, this is your performance mode. But that's like totally the opposite of what the entire point of PC gaming is to be like, okay, I'm playing a fairly linear game. I don't need view distance as much as I need something like texture resolution. So let me keep texture resolution high and drop view distance. Or, opposite. The resolution doesn't matter because everything's so fucking far away. I just need a higher view distance so I don't see a bunch of pop-in. Like shit like that, right? Or, fuck motion blur. Like, I think they got rid of motion blur as an option and it's just on now. Like, or even VSync. I don't want VSync. I don't care about VSync. Never have I ever cared about VSync. So let me fucking control VSync, please.
Fair.
So it's just like, I don't like that part of it. It has nothing to do with like I'm on PC, I want to custom. No, it's just like, why are you telling me how to use my device? You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Like, imagine if every time you booted up a game, Steam goes, you're playing on a 2080. You're only getting these graphics settings. Here you go. And it set all of your settings. And you couldn't change a thing.
This does remind me of something that is profoundly annoying about Fallout 4.
Oh, boy. What's that?
So, because of it's on fucking dick shit engine from 25 years ago.
Oh, what is it? Not Source. What the fuck's it called? Creation Engine?
Creation Engine, yeah.
That fucking dick and ass
I believe.
One. I think that's what Starfield's still on.
No. The thing about Starfield is they're making a new engine. That's why it's a big deal.
Oh, thank God. All right.
That's why I think it's a big deal personally.
No, for sure. That alone is a bigger deal than the game
and that's
itself.
why I may play it, but we'll see. Anyway, doesn't matter. This isn't a Starfield show. This is a Fallout show. Yeah. So
Fallout boys.
It's on
copyright and fucking closed down immediately.
It's on a Dick and Balls engine from 1894.
Yeah.
And in old engines from the 1890s, there was a thing they had to do to maintain game speed.
Oh, they tied.
And it was tied to your frame rate. So this isn't an issue. If you have it locked to 60 FPS. However, the way it locks it to 60 FPS, it doesn't put an arbitrary cap on, like a software cap. It runs basically VSync, so it's tied to the refresh rate of your display. So if you have a display that's more than 60 hertz...
You are now tied to that.
What it does is it halves or reduces by 3 your frame rate. So, like, by 3 times.
Yeah.
So, I have a 144 hertz monitor, and I boot up the game, and it's locked at 37 FPS. Yeah. Like, well, this is fucking stupid. Let me set it back to 60 and see if it just resolves itself. Mm-hmm. So I set it back to 60 hertz. It goes, nah, you get 20. So I had to restart the game. Already irritating. So I'm running my monitor at 60 hertz currently instead of the 144. I could go in and fix it, but again, I shouldn't have to do that.
If your engine wasn't 4 fucking decades old.
Yeah. Like, if your engine was from this millennia, it wouldn't be an issue. Anyway, profoundly annoying. Also, the game is on an old engine, and it doesn't look incredible. There are areas of the game that just don't fucking run very well.
They're just not,
I have a 2080. And I'm playing on, like, high set. I'm not even on ultra, because there's areas in, like, downtown where there's just too much stuff and the game lags.
Yeah.
I have a 2080. This doesn't even happen in, like, the fucking Witcher or, like, Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
It maintains a pretty solid frame rate.
Yeah, I will forever say the fact that that Red Dead 2 runs at, like, a locked 30 on the Steam Deck has made me way more irritable with other ports now. Like, if I see a game that's way more linear that doesn't run as well, I just go, why?
Yeah.
Why? I did the entire Braithwaite sequence, every sequence in that game, the whole fucking Guarma sequence, perfectly locked at 30. Not a single stutter. And then you boot up some piece of shit-ass game. This isn't a piece of shit-ass game, but Quantum Break is something I've been replaying. Very, very linear game. And I'm like, man, it's so not made for this hardware, which is understandable because of the time difference between that game's launch and the hardware's release date. But, like, it frustrates the fuck out of me that it runs barely at 30.
Yeah, that
upsetting.
is outstandingly annoying.
It's upsetting. It's like the SpongeBob game running at fucking 60, but also killing the battery faster than Red Dead 2 because of how badly optimized it was. I'm just like, why? Why? I shouldn't be able to play Red Dead 2 for almost 2 hours and SpongeBob for like an hour.
Fucking SpongeBob is taking this device out of commission.
Why has there not been a Tom and Jerry game?
I don't know, Jordan. You should make one.
Why has there not been that? We have SpongeBob. Like, why can't there be one where like you play as Tom and like you have to rescue all your friends and pals and
I'll look it up
and shit like that? I know there was a kart racer they were in. What did you just look up?
Is there any Tom and Jerry games? Tom and Jerry Chase is a 1v4 casual mobile game with competitive elements, officially licensed by Warner Bros. There is a Tom and Jerry game. It's on Android.
I'll be honest, that looks kind of cool. I kind of want to play
It's got 4.3 stars out of 109,000 reviews, so it can't be that bad.
I'm probably gonna download that. I'm not even joking.
There you go, Jordan. What the
Who
hell
the
is that
fuck are
thing?
they?
Who's this asshole?
I don't know who she is, but she needs to be shot and killed. She's not a humanoid.
I'd
brother.
fuck that mouse.
I
bro.
would definitely fuck that one. Yeah.
I'd fuck that cat, dude.
I would too. I don't know. This looks cool.
Oh, look at this. Hang on. Look at this.
Dude,
Look
oh,
at that
look
little
at the
fella.
being pals, dude.
Oh, so it's a chase game. So basically, is it 4 Toms and 1 Yaris, or is it 4 Yarises and 1 Tom?
It looks like it's 4 Jarises.
So is it like a Dead by Daylight kind of thing?
Yeah, but it looks like a
Dead
side
by
scroller.
Daylight. Dead by Daylight. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of the fucking game because I get that one, Dying Light, and Until Dawn confused all the time.
yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, daylight, light,
Dawn. Until
daytime,
dead.
until dead by
Bye.
dead by daylight, until dawn, dying light,
Dead until daylight. What the
dead
fuck?
until dawn, dead until dying dawn, daylight.
Doug Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah.
This guy gave it 1 star and said slow frame rate, frequent crashes. The premises is great. I like the game, but none of that matters if I can't play it properly. Please provide faster connection and better experience for the players. Bro, he's on like Zimbabwe.
I was gonna say, what device is he using?
This was an issue also, bringing it back to Dead by Daylight. This was an issue for a long time because they didn't have official servers. So whoever was the killer was the host of the game.
Oof, that's
So
rough.
if they had shit-ass internet,
Everyone
everyone had shit-ass internet. So like sometimes you would get in a game with a killer, and you would like, they would like fucking teleport behind you and kill you instantly.
Yeah, having local hosting like that is dumb as fuck in today's day and age.
Or sometimes they would just stand there, and never move, and you could just do all the objectives and leave.
Yep. And then on their screen, you're just standing there, not hittable.
And sometimes like they'll just be standing there. Sometimes just be. And they'll swing the weapon a couple of times.
I fucking remember that. Did you see that Nicolas Cage is going to be in that fucking game?
In Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, they added him. They're doing a crossover.
Just
with him.
Nicolas Cage?
Just him.
Just the guy.
Just look him up. Just type in Nick Cage fucking Dead by Daylight. He's coming. He's on his way, bro.
You better not be having a laugh.
I'm not having a laugh. I'm not having a giggle, as the Brits would say. Nick Cage is coming. They did a trailer. He looks uncanny as fuck in the trailer. And, yeah.
What the hell's this shit?
Where's the Nick Cage?
Where is he, dude?
Keep going. You missed him. Hang on. Wait, maybe he's at the very end of the trailer? Hang on, gotta play through. Because it was just a quick show on him. Keep going.
No, he's not there.
No, keep going. I'm not letting this happen. There he is.
Oh, here he is.
There he is.
There he is.
There I am, Gary. Look, there I am.
I'm confused because from when I played the game, back in my day,
Yeah.
it was about running around and fixing generators in like an old farm house or like some sort of
a wooded area.
some sort of mental asylum. While a guy with like a 7-foot tall dude
With a fucking
with a
axe.
really big axe tries to kill you, or like some fucking witch with a bell and claws tries to get you.
Yeah.
I don't know how he fits in.
I don't know how he fits in. And they've always been so extra with their CGI trailers, mind you. Like, even when they added Ghostface, it made you think it was something totally different. Like, they've always... Even their main intro for the game, like, the main fucking loading title screen makes you think it's a totally different game. It's so bizarre.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Like, that had to do with aliens, like...
Yeah, I don't know what
and all it is they're probably just introducing a killer from, like, some movie that takes place in space.
Yeah. We're introducing we're actually introducing Geralt of Rivia. He's the new killer.
Dude, could you imagine Kratos? No, actually, it's Geralt after taking Swallow. Imagine that. That creepy fucker running around the woods, dude. I'd be scared.
We're just adding Kratos.
Yeah. Doom guy. He just he doesn't even have to hit you. He just like runs up to you and just punches square through your chest.
He has permanent memento mori, meaning he just instantly kills you all the time.
Yeah.
But playing that game, there's nothing more terrifying than playing Dead by Daylight and realizing the killer that you're facing has memento mori.
Yeah, where they can just kill you off.
Yeah, so it's like it's a one-time. You get one-time perks that you use. Right. So it's like you can use it for one game. So it will be a time when like you're down and you're like, oh shit, the killer's got me. But most of the time, they get you and they just fucking take off. Right. Because they got to go get someone else. Or they'll put you on the hook.
Right.
But having the killer just stand there.
You're like,
is he gonna camp me? Or what's going on? And then your fucking character their head gets erased. I'm like, Jesus, oh my God, I'm dead.
I'm dead by daylight.
I
died by
dead
daylight.
By daylight.
Yeah. Did you? The developers went on and were talking about the whole Nick Cage thing or whatever, that DLC, and they're finally doing something about camping. So there's a new meter that when you're on the hook, if the killer's within a certain radius of you, within that radius, there's different tiers for how close they are to you. It'll fill this meter faster or slower, closer, faster, farther, or slower. When the meter fills up, the survivor just auto unhooks themselves and gets temporary buff to like speed and agility, so you can book it. So they're trying to prevent you from camping. And I think I distinctly remember in the trailer, apparently the term from the developers for like when a killer just like basically kills you, hooks you, and stands there is like face sitting or some shit like that.
It's called what now?
They called it like face sitting or face off or like some weird shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
There's actually a new tactic where they camp your down body, and they call that they actually call that edging. They actually have
they pull out a weed whacker and start doing
another term where when the killer actually has a bad connection, when the killer has a bad connection and is teleporting around, they call that a cum shot. Face it's
face something like
face something. Face sitting would be an insane term. To fucking call it.
It was great. I'm. I gotta play that game again. I haven't played in years.
I have so much time into that game. That game's fun as hell.
I don't have much time at all, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, we should play it.
That and then Outlast Trials.
Yeah.
I want to do a LAN party with Outlast, though. I thought that could be cool. Yeah.
Video game.
Probably could get Discord on the Steam Deck. I'd probably do that. That'd be the easiest way to LAN party, truthfully. Would it not, though?
I'm joining in on the fucking Steam Deck right now.
Give me just 1 minute while I switch to desktop mode.
I'm gonna switch it over to desktop mode.
Give me 1 more minute. I gotta switch back to big picture mode. Oh shit! Hang on. I gotta go back to desktop mode. Give me a minute.
Hang on. Let me enter something in the terminal.
Get fucked, nerd. It's my secret terminal code. You enter that in. You hit enter, and then it auto orders 400 pounds of chicken. And then it delivers it to your house.
Like, are we talking raw chicken?
Raw chicken. Not even packaged. Chicken? It's just like a bag. Like a Chinese food fucking bag. Like a get?
Yeah, like a plastic
they just drop it. It's got 400 pounds of chicken in there. Yeah.
Is there any other weird things your Steam Deck does?
No, according to our boss, I lick it when I'm at work, though. According to him.
I could believe that.
All I did, right? I joked about sniffing it when it was new because it gives an odor.
It's
And even
it's the new device.
yeah, and even
things now.
Bud Light Boy says the same thing about his, right? But then
Agreed.
one day our boss was talking to me, and I had it, and I was trying to see if the fan was on. And there's a couple ways you can see if the fan is on. You can take one hand off, put it above the vent, right? Try to put an ear to it, but I had earbuds in, right? So I didn't want to take one hand off because it's not a very comfortable one-handed device. It's a bit lanky, it's heavy, you get a lot of torque going on.
You gotta have, a guy like me.
You might be able to one-hand it.
I can one-hand a beefy deck like that.
Because I can
you know
one-hand
what
it, but like it's got that torque going. Like I just don't like it. So what did I do?
This guy's clearly never handled a deck before.
What did I do? I angled the vent towards me and I put it to like my upper lip to feel the air. And I felt the fan and I was like, damn, the fan's going crazy. And he was mid-conversation with someone else and saw this out of the corner of his eye and he goes, did you just lick your Steam Deck? And now he just doesn't let me live it down. But who's the bitch who won't get in the Yaris?
I was, the other day, I had something I had to walk over to your fucking cubicle for. And I said that to Alex and he goes, he's going to be playing the fucking Steam Deck. And I walk over and what are you doing?
Playing the Steam Deck. I don't do it on company time. Technically, I'm on lunch, okay? All right, just putting that out there.
No, he does it all the time.
All day. All fucking day.
He doesn't do his job ever, actually. He's not there most of the time.
Nope. Just decking it. I just like coast along, deck in hand.
Just decking.
I'm just a deck guy.
Guy just loves
My new
deck.
job title. Deck guy.
Executive deck officer.
Dude. I won't even get into it this episode, but I'm considering buying an ROG Ally, depending on how well the device
The
actually
fuck is an ROG Ally?
It's the new handheld that's coming out by Asus. It's a direct competitor to the Steam Deck. The biggest thing is it uses, on the highest end model, it's the Z1 Extreme processor, which, caveat to that, it has to be at full tilt, which is 30 fucking watts, which is crazy in a handheld. It's twice as powerful as the Steam Deck. They have the Z1.
120 hertz.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that dumbass shit. 120 hertz, 1080p. I don't care about that. I just care about being able to play with a higher fucking frame rate, like closer to 60. But it's basically a Steam Deck competitor that uses Windows 11 and then has a way more powerful processor. But I'm waiting for some reviews to come out first just to see, because at the end of the day, saying it's 200% or whatever, 100% faster is fine until it gets hot and goes and shuts down.
That's like every new graphics card release from Nvidia, where they're like, this generation is 500 times better than the previous one, and you get it, and it's like marginally better.
And then they forgot to tell you that meant 500% more wattage used.
Yeah, like it just uses way more power, and it's fucking, just as shit as the other one.
Yeah. So
it's every time they release one, they're like, this is the one. You can do 4K, dual displays, all the time. With just this one card, you can get 60 FPS in any AAA title. And then you install it, and you play something at 1440, and you get like 10 FPS.
Yeah.
Like, I hate you.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting one at some point. We'll see. It's expensive, though. It's very expensive. Well, I say that. It's not that. It's the price of the Steam Deck that I bought, basically, the 650. It's $699, but, I don't want to spend $699.
That's fair.
So, it's unusual for me to not be an early adopter. So...
This guy's usually a fucking innovator.
So, I gotta wait. I'm gonna look at some reviews. I'm gonna see what are the true gains to be had. And if I doubt they're gonna be $699 worthy, but...
Almost certainly not.
If they are. Since handheld gaming has become my primary means of gaming. Yeah.
I can't wait for the update where Jordan buys the fucking thing. He's like, it's shit. It's terrible.
I'm concerned about having Windows 11 on a handheld. SteamOS
I'm concerned about having Windows 11 in general.
That too. But so there will be an ROG Ally update at some point. It comes out like June 13th or something.
Oh, the ROG Ally on Pride Month.
Yeah. There you go.
That's progressive. It's a good message.
There you go.
Good job.
Yeah, their whole message is ally to your games. So.
It's also being released in June. It's an ally to the LGBTQ community.
Stop marketing for them.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That idea, that one's not free. I want a commission on that one.
Yeah. Dude, right now, they were like, someone at Asus heard that and go, Oh my god.
How did we not think of
How
this
did we
one?
not think of this? Check this shit out. And then they just painted like a really shitty rainbow on
They
it.
spray paint a rainbow on it. And
Without even covering the
and
vents.
they fucking write, like, in Sharpie, like, buy our shit gays on it. I mean, that's what all companies do in June.
Basically.
So
I forgot we have that to look forward to next month, dude. Just
All
the fucking logos getting updated to rainbows, and then immediately July 1st, they're gone.
immediately they're like, we'll do it for this month, but, like, you guys are on thin ice.
Dude, could you imagine if for Black History Month, all their logos turned black? That would be bad.
They just make it some sort of blatantly racist caricature of something, or something of that sort.
Yeah. They, like, modify their logo to have every stereotype.
Yeah, like it looks like a 1930s racist cartoon.
Yeah, but all right.
They've been very racist heavy the last couple episodes.
No, we haven't been racist. We've been talking about racist.
Heavy on discussion of racism.
Oh yeah. We're progressive. Yeah. 15% or
You
more.
know, I'm racist. Anyway,
Anyway, he's not racist. Neither of us are. But as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. You also have YouTube, the video platform, Spotify, the video platform, and contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. It's also Instagram and TikTok.
I feel like I haven't looked at the camera like hardly at all.
Yeah, you're dumb.